Good morning, students. Today in this video we are going to start our new chapter. Chapter 9, Heritage of India. Open page number 74 in your SST book. Children, what is the meaning of heritage? Heritage, we can say, tradition, culture, qualities or anything of a country that have existed for a long time and it has a great value and importance. As heritage is the tradition, culture or anything which is being existed for a long duration of time in our past history. It begins in our past history. What is heritage? Heritage is something we receive from the people who live before us. Heritage is something can be tradition, can be culture, some qualities, way of living, lifestyle, society, manners, etc. It can be anything that we have received from the people who lived before us. We receive from the people living in the past. India has always been a land of diverse culture. As India is a land of diverse culture. So many cultures existed in India, which make our country very rich in its heritage. Culture means to cultivate. It can be anything related to arts, related to architecture. It can be related to music, literature, ideas, behavior, anything of a society is a part of a culture. In the past, India had many invaders, many soldiers came to India. Many people visit India and many of them come from different parts of the country and start living in India as settlers. They brought their own culture, own ideas, own way of thinking and mixed with the people of India. And this made India's heritage even more rich and diverse as different culture and traditional values are shared between different peoples and started living together. India's heritage can be divided into two categories. One is material heritage and the other is non-material heritage. Now come to page number 75. Material heritage of India. Material heritage includes things that are physically present. Material heritage means those kinds of heritage or those heritage which are physically present. We can see them, we can touch them. For example, the monuments, buildings and religious place. All the monuments like Taj Mahal, Taj Mahal, Red Fort, many buildings and many religious places are there which comes under the category of material heritage of India. These have been created by our ancestor and people in the past. Many Raja Maharajas, many people who are living in the past have constructed these monuments, buildings and religious places. Next is cave painting and sculptures. Cave painting means cave, gufa, and the paintings in the walls and ceilings of the cave are called cave paintings. And sculptures. What is sculptures? Sculptures is any kind or any form of figure, any kinds of art which is made with clay or any other material. Cave paintings are one of the oldest forms of art, dating back to thousands of centuries. Cave painting is one of the very oldest form of paintings which is done thousands of centuries before. They constitute paintings on the walls and ceilings of the cave, and the people living back in thousands of centuries do these kinds of cave paintings in the walls and the ceilings of the caves. One of the finest example of India's cave paintings are found at Bhimbetka rock shelter. See, you can see the picture also. It is one of the very oldest and finest cave paintings at Bhimbetka rock shelter. Many paintings from the Stone Age have been found on the rock shelter and the caves of Bhimbetka. And not only this, instead of this also, so many paintings have been found on the rock shelters and in the cave of Bhimbetka. Many of these paintings are just symbolic, which represent the nature like animal, plant, flower, etc. And many other paintings depict something else also. Other famous cave painting and sculptures in India are found at Ajanta and Ellora cave. One more and many other cave paintings and so many sculptures which are the figure or art or forms of anything, any representation in the form of clay or any other material are found in the Ajanta and Ellora cave. These caves are unique for their combination of art, architecture and sculpture, and these caves are totally different from other caves as there is a combination of art, architecture, sculptures, so many things. So cave paintings and sculpture is also a material heritage of India. Next, temples in India. Temples, as we know, the religious place, mandir. Temples in India. Many magnificent temples in India reflecting the values and belief of the people were built in the olden times. As temple is a religious place, people have a faith in God. They have own beliefs, so for that they construct temple. In India there are so many beautiful temples are there which reflect the values, the belief of different peoples. Temples found in the southern India are rich in architecture. In India, in the south part, southern part, so many temples are found which are rich in architecture. So beautifully they are built. The Tirumala Venkateshwara temple in Andhra Pradesh is the richest temple in the world. There is a temple in Andhra Pradesh known as Tirumala Venkateshwara temple. Children, this is the richest temple not in India, in the whole world. The Meenakshi Amman temple in Tamil Nadu is one of the few temples that has 4 entrances in 4 directions. There is one temple in Tamil Nadu, Meenakshi Amman temple. It has 4 entrances, one from south, one from north, one from east, one from west. And people can enter from any of the direction to the temple. It is dedicated to goddess Parvati and houses 14 gopurams. And this temple is dedicated to goddess Parvati and houses 14 gopurams. Gopurams means it is a pyramid-like tower over the entrance gate of the temple. It is a tower which is of pyramid shape, which is given in the entrance, over the entrance of the temple, and there are 14 gopurams in that temple. It is the most prominent tourist attraction in Madurai, and in Madurai it is the very attractive temple. Many foreigners and tourists come to visit and see this temple. You can also see the picture of Meenakshi Amman temple in Tamil Nadu. Now come to page number 76. The Brihadeshwara temple in Thanjavur was built by the Chola king Raja Raja. One dynasty was there in the past, established by a Chola king, and Raja Raja was the king of that Chola dynasty. He also built one temple, Brihadeshwara temple in Thanjavur. The temple has beautiful carving on its wall and houses an extremely large statue of Nandi, which has been carved out of one single rock. It is a very beautiful temple, and in that temple there is a large statue of Nandi. See, you can see the picture also, and it is carved or made of a single stone rock. Here is one. The Red Fort was originally known as Qila-e-Mubarak, meaning the blessed fort. The Red Fort in Delhi, Lal Qila, was originally named or known as Qila-e-Mubarak, which means the blessed fort. So children, today this much only. Go through the chapters and read line by line carefully. Thank you.